Hey guys, what's up? It's Bobby with Gilk Sports Cards. Hope you are having a fantastic day. It's been a while since I've been able to show you guys a PSA reveal, but today is the day. FedEx truck pulled in and delivered this beautiful package, so I'm excited to share this blind reveal with you. I have not looked at any of the grades, but I have unpacked everything and kind of organized it in the way that I want to reveal these cards. This was the April special. I think they were $16.99 per card. If I didn't say it, I think there are 29 cards here. The majority of these cards I bought on eBay, but we'll talk through each card as they come up. And it's a pretty strong submission here. There are, 8 to 10 cards that if I get 10s are going to be, over $100 value per card. And then as usual, there's a few sketchy ones that I probably should not have, sent in, but it's all good. It's fun. So enough of me babbling on. Let's start. First card is a potential error. This card I actually pulled. There was nothing on the shelves about 6 weeks ago except Don Ross, like fat packs, and I ended up getting a couple of them and did pull a Victor that's just a base, guys. I have no idea what this is worth in a PSA 10. My guess is 40 bucks. But I've seen about 4 or 5 of these in PSA submissions recently, and I haven't seen a 10 yet, which is kind of strange. So the paper cards are definitely harder. It's a little thinner this way, but still pretty good. Definitely a loss if I don't get a 10 here. So let's see how we start. And yeah. Our first grade is a 9, so we're taking an L on our first card. And let me start by saying these are the new slabs. So if you haven't heard, I did a video about this about a month ago, but PSA has new slabs. They're heavier. They feel great. I like them the way they look and feel better. The issue is that they're very difficult to crack. So I heard from another YouTube guy that you can put it in the freezer for a couple hours ago, and then it will be easier to crack. I have not tried that yet. But anyway, new cases for PSA. So we're starting off with a 9. This is another card that I pulled as well. Again, not super valuable, but anything Victor Wembanyama you want to send in for grading at this point. So an instant impact. And there's our first 10. Okay, I'm sure I get 40 bucks for that. Okay, the next cards are all the same. They are Victor Wembanyama. They are all base Monopoly. So I paid about $8 to $10 per card here. And then obviously with grading, another 17 to 20 after taxes and shipping. So I looked these up and they're selling for about 45 to 50. So definitely going to take a L if I get any 9s here and just a little bit of profit if we get 10s. So again, these next 5 or 6 cards, I probably should never have purchased them, but the Victor Wembanyama craziness was there and I decided to go for it. So we'll just flip them. All right, so bad start. Got a 9 on the first one. Number 2, another 9. Oh, geez. All right, so now we got to try this. Let's see if this helps. Stop the curse here, guys. Come on. That's interesting. Okay. Got to keep going with it now. So we are 1 for 3. Can we go 50-50? Yes. Okay. Getting better. I think I have one more. I do. I have one more. Finish with a 10? Yes. Okay. 3 out of 5. I think I'll take that. Well, I have no choice to take it, but that's not going to be a huge profit there. With 2 9s, I'm going to take losses, and I'll probably make like 15 bucks, 20 max on the 3 10s, so whatever. Scoot Henderson. I am a fan of this guy. This is my first graded card for Scoot. It's not a big deal. This was only like a $5 card. Bought some cards on like ComC or something, one of those, eBay sellers, and just to make myself feel better and help my shipping costs, I was looking for some other cards to buy, and this one came up again. Don't remember the first card, but this was $5, and it is a 10. It looks like I accidentally have the next card standing the wrong direction, but I do like the grade. And I know I bought this one on eBay too. It's definitely a little bit thicker on the top to the bottom, but we still pulled the 10. I like Jalen Green. I think the Rockets are going to be pretty good next year. Again, this was like a $7 card, raw, but you know, should do at least 50 or 60. So very good. And then this card I pulled, and it's probably a guy I probably need to spend a little bit more money with, Keontae George. I'm going big on Brandon Miller. My second favorite is Cam Whitmore, and this guy might be my third, but I haven't really bought any of his cards. And let's see. This one looks really good. And there we go. Little red ice Keontae George. Probably not a whole lot of those in the world. So good little streak here. Okay, here we go. Luis Robert. I know it's a Panini non-licensed, but this was a redemption, and it took good old Panini 3, maybe 4 years before they sent these to me. I actually have two. One's like a different variation. So anyways, he was injured. He just came back, actually had a couple good games in a row. And I figured, why not? They were on-card autographs. Maybe Luis Robert gets hot. There's also a big rumor that the White Sox are going to trade him. So these two I probably will hang on. And then if that happens and he gets traded, you know, I will probably put them for sale there at that point. And we did get a 10 at least on one of them, so that's cool. It's a nice card, right? And then this is a second one. It's like same year. It's also a rookie, but it's some type of different variation on card. So let's see. All right. Very nice. 2 for 2 with the Luis Robert, however you pronounce it, autographs. We're on a good streak here. This is just a slight gamble. I already have a Will Howard autograph. This one is some type of refractor out of $4.99. But he played for, I think, Kansas State, and he potentially is going to be the new starting quarterback at Ohio State. I think he's a senior, so then he will probably get drafted. So while he's kind of cheap, I'm hoping he has a good year and get a couple of his autographs and just kind of hold them until he has a little bit more buzz. So I bought this one on eBay, 25 bucks, I think. Very nice. Okay, we're on a good streak. Bought the next two cards on eBay as well. This was, if I'm being honest, a little bit of a mistake. Caleb Williams, I'm a Bears fan. He's my guy. I want as much of his cards as I can. It's a sapphire, but when I bought it, I thought it was his first. So I think this is like his second card. So probably not a ton of value on this one, but whatever. See what happens. Man, we are on a good streak. All right. At least we got a 10, so that will help. The next one I like a little bit more. It's the same year as that one, so it's not, I guess, considered a first, but it's a variation. It's a pretty cool card. Caleb Williams variation. I know I have a couple more of these at PSA as well, so let's see if we can keep the streak going. Caleb Williams. Oh, streak over. 9. Okay. All right. Brandon Miller. This was bought on eBay. Not sure how well Revolution grades or does, but it was a numbered card. Again, I bought this 6 or 7 weeks ago, and I bought a lot of his cards kind of on the cheap. They've definitely gone up in the last month, so I think I feel like I had good timing buying these things. So some type of Revolution. It's like a red swirl. It is numbered, like I said, out of $199. It was an auction. I don't exactly remember how much I paid for it, but it was definitely probably around $15, maybe even less, shipped. So I felt like it was a good deal to get a Brandon Miller numbered card. Unfortunately, we got a 9 on that one, so probably a break even. It's 2 9s in a row. This one bought as well, probably around the same price, 15 to 20 bucks. It's a Monopoly, but it is a Monopoly red. So some type of cool short print. Brandon Miller. Can we get back on the Big Ten train? Absolutely not. Dang it, that one sucks. That's a pretty card. Okay, Brandon Miller is not treating me well. The 9s are starting to catch up to the 10s. And I have 2 Brandon Miller Pink Ice. Again, bought these right off of eBay. And these look clean. Okay, there we go. Got a 10. And one more exact same card. And there will be a few more Brandon Miller cards coming up a little bit later. Give me a 10. That a baby. I think those do probably 80 bucks. So good. Now we're getting into obviously our little more higher end cards. We did some Victor Wembanyama Monopoly cards. I have 2 of his actual Prism cards in base. I don't remember which one. One I pulled, and the other for like 25, 30 bucks I bought on eBay. So here is our first one. I'll take 1 out of 2 here. Unfortunately, the first one is a 9. It looks really good too. Definitely a little tiny bit thicker on the top. That's fine. Maybe I missed something. All right, Card Lords. I asked for 1 out of 2. I wasn't being greedy. Can you give me 1 out of 2? This one's a little bit better centered, I think. This is a 10. Come on, 10. Oh, 2 9s on the Wembies. Dang it. I know these go for about 140 in a PSA 10, so that hurts a little bit. Back to Brandon Miller. My next submission coming up has a bunch of Wemby, and including 1 silver. And if these 2 aren't getting 9s or not getting 10s, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about that silver. That's a big card. Okay, I bought 3 of these Brandon Miller Prism silvers. I paid about $30 to $35 per card. These are now selling for $45 to $55. So I bought them at the right time. I have 3 of them. This one for sure is definitely the worst of the 3. It's definitely a little thicker that way. And this way too. So my expectations is to get a 9 here, but especially after those 2 Wemby cards. But let's see. And that's what we got. Okay. Probably a break even at this point. I got 2 left. These sell for about $150 in a PSA 10. Come on, Brandon. Come on. Ugh, 0 for 2. God, as soon as I got to my big cards, this always happens to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. Yikes. All right, this is our last chance. Brandon Miller silver. This one definitely looks the best. Come on, PSA. Throw me a bone. Come on, PSA. Nope. I almost said it too. Every submission that I have and almost every video I watch, there's always one card. It's like, what happened here? They just have to throw one crazy number. Maybe there's some type of indent or something I missed. So this will be a fun one. I will put this in the freezer and maybe crack it tomorrow and see if that's an easier way to get these cards out of these new slabs. So one real bad one. We're on a really cold streak, and I only have about 5 or 6 cards left, and these are the biggest ones. So okay, this is just a debut. It's CJ Stroud, but we did buy this one off eBay, I think right around $40 because it's a silver debut. So this would be a nice hit. Come on. Man, we are on an absolute terrible streak. Oof. We are one card from even. Okay, now we're on a Will Levis train here. Again, bought this on eBay. It's a Phoenix, but it is out of $349, if you can see there, I think. Oh, $340, excuse me. So some type of parallel from Phoenix. Will Levis is another guy I really like. I think he's going to have some hype. He's got some new wide receivers. He is the starter with Tannehill gone, so figured before the season his prices will pick up. Finally, oh, jeez. All right, the streak is over. Fireburst, got a 10 there. 1, 2, 3 cards left. All right, we got 2 Will Levis silvers. I've already sold one of these cards. It sold for $225, so in a PSA 10. We have 2 chances. And the first one is no good. Come on, I need this one bad. I just sold a silver as well. I had a 9, excuse me, and that sold for about 50, so that's pretty much a loss. Okay, one more. Will Levis silver. Oh, man, dude. Okay. We are exactly at 50%. For PSA 9s and 10s, the goal is always about 60%. So, you know, like these cards, you can kind of tell it's a tiny bit thicker right to left, but man, that's tough. So here's our last card. This one I pulled. This is an absolute beauty. When I looked up this card, it was about $125 card raw, but it looked clean. I just pulled it, sleeved it up immediately, and sent it in for grading. It's some type of short print. CJ Stroud from Zenith. I know not the greatest brand. Pretty cool little color match. So I would assume this would be about a $300 to $400 card in a PSA 10. And it is our final one. We had a real tough stretch there when I really needed 10s, but let's see if we could finish off the right way. Appreciate everybody watching. And our final card is a 10. Let's absolutely go. Okay. Now I feel good. This card alone will pay for probably 70% of the submission, I would think. So finished. Last card, the one I obviously wanted a 10 the most we got, but hey, we started off really, really good and had a little bit of a rough go there towards the end, but still fun, still happy. It's all good. We will keep pushing along. I have one submission currently in grading, so we're probably 2, maybe 3 weeks away before that one. And then another submission that PSA does have, but they haven't started grading yet, so they're a little bit behind compared to a couple months ago. It's more of like 6-7 weeks now instead of 4 or 5. So we're probably over a month out for that one, and I'm about to send in a new submission probably Monday. So we have more in the more cards and more PSA reveals to come soon. So anyways, appreciate everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. The kids and I are posting 1 to 2 videos every single day. Have a great one, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.